Hello, everybody from your H-Town Rundown. Houston Rockets basketball fans all around the world over here. We got the community guys. We got a lot of guests to talk about. We got a lot to talk about today. So let's jump right into the intro. Yes, sir. We are back again. Once again, thank you guys for joining me today on another lovely episode. I got my boy Dante here. I got two special hosts as well. We got our boy back from last time from the Clutch City Connect podcast over here, TJ, Andy, and we also got his boy Aaron Peterson over here, man. Guys, how is everybody today, man? Start off with Dante, bro. How are you, bro? What's going on, man? I'm so glad to be here. We got a fantastic episode, man. What's going on?
Man, it's always good to collab with the Houston Rockets fan base, man. Especially we collabing with Clutch City, man. With Clutch City, man. So we collab with our boy TJ like last week. Now we got Aaron, man, in the building. So it's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be awesome talk all Rockets basketball and a couple more topics, man. But I'm doing great, man. Always awesome to be on this podcast.
For sure, man. Don't forget to follow Dante over here at Coach Dante 31, man. He got an Instagram. You guys on YouTube, man. He got a lot going on over there, man. And he also got an X account, obviously, man. So please go check it all out over there. Guys, Clutch City Connect, man. What's good, man? What's good, guys? How are you? We got a lot of news to talk about today, right? We got a lot to talk about. So start off with that first. How are you guys?
Well, Eric.
Not everyone speak all at once, you know what I mean?
Well, I gotta say, I know I can say today is a good day. It was a blessing. We got to wake up this morning and get to see another day full of life and energy and expectations and unexpectations, right? My name is TJ, guys. You guys saw me before. Clutch City Connect representative, and I got my main man here.
Yeah, my boy, you want to turn that mic up? I'll tell you that though. We want to work on that. I heard muffles and that couch moving behind you. That's about it. Tell us about yourself again, man. Please. Let's redo that intro. If he's there. Anyway. That's our boy Aaron, man. I don't know what's going on over there, but it sounds like he's having a lot of fun. But we're really glad to have you guys back again on the Htownrundown. It's fantastic to have a bunch of guys, collab with the Houston Rockets community, but also just being able to talk Rockets ball with some guys. And speaking of Rockets ball, right? Before we get right into everything we'll talk about today, and we got a nice little what if series kind of planned, guarding around the third pick and whatnot. But what I want to know is y'all brought something to my attention earlier, brought to Dante's and my attention. Something about the Spurs, man. Andy, what the fuck Spurs trying to do?
So it seems as though that our rivals over there in San Antonio that Charles Barkley likes to talk about with their women, it seems as though that the team is looking to trade the the fourth pick and the eighth pick for the first pick. And the crazy thing here is Zachary R, right? Because we don't want to say his name
We won't butcher that.
So Zachary R has a workout with the Spurs, which is starting to not only just circulate, but starting to come out to the forefront, and teams are kind of have their eyes out, saying, "Okay, the Spurs look like they're serious about this, right? If they're going to give this guy a workout, it seems as though they want to see what he is and what he has up close first before they go ahead and make that trade." And right now things might be preliminary because the finals are still going on and stuff, but trust and believe those talks are going and they're serious if they have a workout schedule with him.
For sure. I mean, I'm not too worried about the Spurs working on Zach because the Celtics worked out Kobe, and he got drafted by another team and traded to LA. You know what I mean? It could all just be like a hey, we're interested in him. So it could be all smokescreen, like Jabari Smith Jr., right? He was supposed to go number 1 pick. Everyone likes me, number 1 pick. It was cemented, even over Chet Holmgren, who was like literally Wemby light, right? Like as hype as Wemby was, almost the same, So going into something like that, realistically, I think the Spurs are just trying to work their way up and say, what can we get? How can we recoup assets? What can we do just to get something better? And true, I think Zach at any 1 through 3, right, is going to be better than any of the guys that you're going to be selecting at 4 or 8 or anything lower than 2 in the draft, right? 3 maybe. Just depends on what goes on. But what we're going to do is not let the Spurs do that. It seems like it's a little bit of bait, and I'm taking the bait. If the Spurs are saying, yo, Atlanta, hey, we want that first pick, guess what, Atlanta? We want that pick too, baby. Because I'll tell you what, we already got to deal with Luka, right? We already got to deal with Zion and Brandon Ingram. We already got to deal with LeBron. We already got to deal with Curry. We got to deal with Luka, who's in the finals with Kyrie right now. I'm not dealing with Wemby and another Frenchman. No, absolutely not. That's the last thing we're going to do. But if we can move up the first, that would be pretty interesting. Is that something you guys are interested in? I mean, if we got to compete, right? And likely we're going to have to give up assets and something like this, not.
Of course.
Tari Eason, everyone's been talking about on the Houston Rockets community trading Tari Eason. No, don't trade Tari Eason for the first pick. Just in general, if there's a way we can get the first pick in within a reasonable amount, we're going to do it, right? Because what do the Spurs have to offer other than Trey Jones and Keldon Johnson? Unless they've given up future Spurs picks, which technically, if you're going to be good, you're building around Wemby, right? I mean, it depends on everything, but like in the next 2 years, 3 years, you're getting mid to late first round picks. If we're being honest here, right? Looking at 20s, probably 18 to 20, right? Being generous here, I know we don't like the Spurs, I get it, but let's be honest. So it comes down to this also. Don't we have better draft capital than them? Didn't the Nets just sit there and say, hey guys, we're done trying to trade unless it's multiple first round picks? Bro, who is Mikal Bridges? But like this is a third, again, no disrespect to Mikal Bridges, but like this is a third, fourth option on a good team. You play for the Nets. You have 3 superstars who left the Nets, right? And they all bash the organization. Nobody is saying, man, Mikal Bridges looking real good over there, man. I should go join that team. They just gave the Rockets a 3rd pick, man. I think I should go join them. I think we can make a super team. Hell no! Hell no!
That team has no future at all outside of what
No future.
Bro, I honestly, I just want to thank Joe Tsai and the Nets organization. They are just, not only are they digging their own grave, but they are just gifting us a future beyond what we already have. We have unlimited potential. These Nets picks just became invaluable. I think right now with them saying, yeah, we're going to turn down 4 first-round picks and a player for Mikal Bridges, them saying that, either they're really, really confident they're getting Donovan Mitchell somehow, who is going to walk anyway the year after that, because I'm not going from the 3rd or 4th best team in the East to join a bottom-tier Nets team that won 20-something games, right? And you still got the same coach down there. No disrespect, but like y'all ain't making no changes. So do whatever you got to do as long as we get in the picks. I think those Nets picks are now better than those Suns picks. And I was just saying on the last pod that the Suns picks might be better. No. The Suns organization is terrible, bro. Or not the Suns, the Nets organization, bro. I feel bad for them. My heart goes out to them. But in a roundabout way of saying the Nets suck, I'm also saying that the Spurs suck. I don't trust the organization. If they're going to try to go up, we do what we got to do to go up to 1. Because I'll be damned if I let the Spurs get a pick over us, bro. No. They already got Wemby. You don't need Alex Sarr or Zach. No.
Well, who future? Well, this becoming a trend, from the Brooklyn Nets. They do a very good job of starting teams' future. Who what other team that they started a future on? That team is about to win the finals. Right, about to get ready to win both of them. They about to get ready to win the final. About to get ready to win the finals. The Boston Celtics from that Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce trade. That turned into Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. That's what the Brooklyn Nets pick. Then we control they picks as well. So they do a very good job of being mediocrity and starting another squad future, starting another franchise future. So at the end of the day, man, again, if they want to keep helping other franchises, they go ahead. But again, I don't see how they can keep Mikal Bridges right there and hold them hostage because they're not going to be doing anything for the past couple of years. So I don't understand how they're going to keep that man hostage right there. I want to build around that man. If I'm Mikal Bridges, he may not come out and say this, but I would demand a trade immediately. I would want out of there.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is like, I don't know, man, the Nets just remind me of food stamps, bro. Like they just helping everybody but themselves, man. They can't like they just can't like man. I don't know, bro. I feel bad for the Nets fans, man. I apologize, man. Just come join Houston, bro. Come any other franchise, because like I don't know what you see over there, bro.
There's a lot of
really
dysfunctional, disorganized things going on within that organization. They don't know where to go from here. Their future is already mortgaged. I mean, they have the Suns picks, but who's to say that those Suns picks are going to be good in the next 2 or 3 years if they have a Kevin Durant or if they have not a Mikal Jordan. Oh, my goodness.
This is the comment, bro. This is the comment, bro.
Jordan.
Who, bro? He had a great, fantastic run when he joined the Nets right after he got traded. He was angry. He had something to work for.
Yep.
And then the entire did everyone just forget last season happened? He regressed in every facet of the game. And I don't blame him because if I played for the Nets, if I played in the NBA, I'd be happy. But like for a guy like him, I'd be depressed. You got Josh Hart out on Twitter talking about some, hey bro, blink if you need help. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It's cooked. That franchise is cooked, bro. The Nets are cooked. Hey, Andy, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. You continue, bro. Like they just cooked, bro.
No, you're good. It's just
pull them out the oven. Take the turkey baster out. Put a salad on them, bro. They cooked. It's done.
That Nets organization, man, let me tell you, you have to. If you want to gain, you're going to have to be willing to sell, especially if you don't already have enough of whatever to sell, right? Your draft capital is shot. Everything is gone. You have limited resources to trade. I mean, looking at that team, no one's going to trade for Ben Simmons. Realistically,
Ben Simmons plays for the Nets. Wow, I forgot.
Any team is only going to look at like Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges as something of worth to gain, right? And no one thinks they're going to trade Cam Thomas, right? That's a part of your future. He's a young guy, right? But
they're keeping Cam Thomas.
Mikal Bridges is someone that you don't hold on to that when you already don't have enough draft capital and assets already.
Yes.
That's just my thing.
I'm agreeing with you, bro. Like I know we started talking about the Spurs, but that's how relevant the Spurs are. It's not we talking about the Nets. That's how bad it is. All right. At the end of the day, we ain't even worried about it, right? I got to go back to Jalper and Şengün, bro. Mikal Jordan. Who do you think this guy is, bro? He got cool moments. He's played okay, but like he hasn't done anything. If he was as good as everyone's saying they are, like to build a team around, they would have made the playoffs in the East. We would have made the playoffs in the East, and our best player is Şengün, who's in his third year, and Fred VanVleet when he's not being trash in the paint, and Dylan Brooks when he wants to listen to the coach. That was our big three for a while there. Like, let's be real. You know, like we won 41 games in the West. Y'all couldn't win with Mikal Jordan. Let's be honest. There's something that's gotta be there. They got a lot of things that got to go on, man. The only thing, like you were saying earlier, man, the only thing that they selling is selling for us. They helping us. They really, really, really helping us, bro. I appreciate them. And like you said, they were giving away players that are now in the finals, bro. The gift that keeps on giving. It must be Christmas every single time you cheer with the Nets, bro. Every single time, man. Wow. Happy holidays, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we had Aaron Holiday, because it was holiday season for us every time, because we knew he was getting that third pick. They knew, man. It was scripted. I like it. The script played for us finally. Now, listen, let me get back on topic, all right? Spurs, what if, all right? We was talking about doing a what if series earlier. We brought up the Spurs trying to trade up and whatnot. In a world where they don't do that, and the draft goes, right? We stay at 3 and we don't trade. That's our what if scenario. We draft at 3, right? No trades happen 1 through 3. The Hawks really look like they want Klingon. The Hawks really look like they want Klingon. They take Klingon. I don't trust the Hawks fan base. Wizards are up next. They're probably taking Sar if he's available at 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that means who falls to 3? We got Reed or Zach. Y'all taking Zach 10 out of 10 times.
Taking
right?
Zach, yeah.
Yeah, right. Because don't get me wrong, I like Shepard. Every prayer, every amen needs his Shepard. I get it. I like it. It's a good combo. But I do like him French. And he just happens to be pretty wee, if you know what I'm saying. He's got everything together, man. He got the package. So in the what if, right? Houston comes up. You're at 3, right? You're on the board. You're the GM. Andy. You got Zach. You got Reed. You got all these other players at 3. What's your move right now? You're drafting
my move right now in that scenario, I'm taking BPA. And that's Zach. I mean, you don't go any other option away from that. Any other option is pure. It's not logical. It doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, the kid can play. He can ball out. And yes, like you say, you like him French. In this scenario, I would too. But I'm just saying, we don't even have to go over what we like about him because we already know he's that good. And I do like Reed Shepard. For all the Rockets fans out there that think that I'm against Reed Shepard, I am not. I feel like he does fit this team like a glove. But in this scenario with the team that's this deep and this young, you go best player available and you worry about those issues later. Because a lot of that you can find in free agency, like with Malik Beasley or any other of these other guys that are going to be available that are 3 specialists. You can find that in free agency. Anything that Reed Shepard can do, a lot of them other guys can do. But one thing you can't teach is size. And that kid is 6'10", 6'11". Can't teach that. Sorry. Size is not a
You think Castle's better than Zach?
I like Castle.
Yeah, Stephon Castle. He's really nice. He's got a nice upside. But like Andy just said, bro, you can't teach size, bro. Tell me how to grow, because if you could, bro, Kyrie Irving would probably be the best player of all time. If Kyrie had, paused 6 inches more, bro, you know what I mean? Like, Kyrie Irving, so come on. I respect it, though. I respect it. But
got a story.
Man. Apparently, you got to defend your take. So go ahead. Now you're in the hot seat. Why would you want Zach over Castle?
Right.
Me?
Yeah. You gotta defend your take now.
Why would I want Zach over who?
Castle.
Yeah. So over Castle, number one, let's talk about the glaring issue that he has surrounding him, right? He wants to go to a team that does not have an established starter, right? So we already have Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet is supposed to be given the keys to Amin Thompson after next season. I do like Stephon Castle. I do not think he's coming here. I would like for him to be here. But if he's going to set the parameters like that, he's limiting himself to certain teams and select teams within
Spurs.
the lottery. Yeah, like who we just got through mentioning. So it's not a situation where, I wouldn't want him. Stephon Castle could be better than Zach in the next 5 years. That's for them to play out over these next 5 years, right? You got to look at what's going on now and what's available now and the information that we do have, right? It just doesn't make any sense to select him. He's disgruntled. He's upset. He doesn't want to play here. You don't want to go through that, right? At least with Zach, he'll play here. You know that. We don't have an established player at small forward, right? Because we all don't expect Dylan Brooks to be here that long, logically, right? So I would go with Zach.
I agree. That's a good take. That's a good take on that. Another thing that kind of really adds to that is, like, do we want to bring in someone who's got negative culture surrounding them to a team that just began their new era, like just started? We just got rid of Smiley last season. why are we gonna bring in another cancer right to the lineup? You know what I mean? Like, and it's no disrespect to Silas, but you know what I mean. It's just we got to do what we got to do. That's it. Yeah, for real. Yeah, bro. Josh Christopher, man. We gotta do this best.
My boy.
Right? Yeah, for real. Oh, this is a big comment. All right, Fifth and Fleet is here one more year, and a man might be a wing. Castle's a plus size potentially. I don't know what that means. Versatile, more dynamic than R, and he's better player. Person available, defender in the class. Interesting. Could be. Some of those could be true. Putting our thinking caps on.
With stating all that, yes, Van Vliet is here for one more season. But Stephon Castle wants to go to a team he can start right now. He doesn't want to sit behind someone and come off the bench. He wants to be that guy now. That's what that report means. He wants to be the man now. He don't want to wait behind Fred VanVleet. Oh, like he's going to learn behind VanVleet. No, this guy feels like he's the it now. That's the thing. So that's why in that scenario, that's the only reason I don't select him as the general manager of the Rockets is because he wants to come in and he wants to be that guy right now. And no one is trading VanVleet this season unless this is scenario based around a trade deadline, right? Things, it'll take a lot of different scenarios. But in hindsight, that's the only reason for me I wouldn't take Castles because of those scenarios that I ran by that he doesn't want to come off the bench. He wants to start right now and things like that.
He's got an attitude, and he's not even in the league. Bro is about to join a league where at any given time there's under 550 players in the league. And he's saying, I want to come in and be the best. Again, respectfully, he's fantastic at his level. He's great. We don't even know how that's going to translate over here. Is he going to be clutch? Is he going to make those game time decisions? Is he going to be even a plus defender on the court coming out as a rookie? Like, very few do that. And we were lucky to have a men be able to be a plus-size rookie because that was not something I was even expecting. And he's in the 97th, 98th, 99th percentile in defenders and a lot of stats, blocks per game, steals per game. So even if a men is a wing, now you've got a men, Tari, and Cam battling for that 2, 3, 4 spot. You already have Jabari. You got Şengün. Do we want to give the keys to a dude and give him like, all right, cool, Fred's out of here. We're going to start you. And it could be a decision. That could be a really ballsy decision. But is it the right decision? We've made a lot of ballsy decisions. Like, honestly, like taking a men at 4 like we did, that was ballsy. Because we just happened to get Cam down the line. Right? And everyone was like, yo, Cam at 4. Man, y'all remember that, right? It was like, it was a men or Cam or a Sar even, like that was the who do we take at 4? We got 2 of our 3 guys essentially went 2 for 2 in that draft. And we didn't even think we were going to get Cam down that low. He slid so far in the draft, bro. Lakers fans, every time we played against Lakers, I go on Twitter, I just see Lakers fans crying, dude. And respectfully, too, if I took that Juan dude over Cam, bro, you're gone. You're out of here. Go ahead. Leave your keys on your desk. We'll clean it out. Don't even worry about it. You're done. How did you miss that? We just can't. There's only one rock, right, on the court at any given time. And not only that, there's only 5 starting spots. We already designated one to Şengün. Jabari's already got one for now. And Şengün's got one. Or Jalen's got one. My bad. I already said Şengün. So we already got 3 starting spots, right? Fred has it for next year, no matter what. I love him, man. I do, but like the only time he should be starting is if one of our starters is out.
Yeah.
I think Fred just is the better starter right now.
Yep.
Or right now. Dylan Brooks doesn't make sense to come off the bench. Like, again, right now. He's a starter player. If he comes off the bench, I think his ego gets to him. Then we have to trade him. We're already going to trade him anyway. So why piss him off now? We're not taking Castle. I think Zach is going to be okay to play on the team for now. And we'll go with that. Do you think Zach at 3? Do you think he's 4 string down? See, these are the things that we will get to for sure. Me personally. So at the end of the show, we will talk about exactly what we want to do. Spoilers, right? But we will talk about there in the show what we plan to do, what we would do if we were in the seat, right? But in terms of like, don't you think we have enough wings? you can never have enough wings, right? Especially if they're a 3 and D wing. Now, it just depends if they're willing to come off the bench or if they have to start. That's what makes the difference. Because Malik Beasley, right? He plays the 2 over there, but he easily could play the 3, right? Same with Chris Middleton. He used to play the 2 when Giannis used to play the 3. Now he plays the 3, right? You can never have enough. You can never have enough wings, especially a ball handling wing that can shoot the 3. It don't matter. You are useful wherever you go. It does not matter. Look at Josh Hart. Look at Josh Hart.
True.
I mean, I wish Lakers would have kept him. You know, I'm not a huge Laker fan, but they should have kept his ass. They should not trade him.
They should.
He has been huge over there with the Knicks. He's been absolutely fantastic. Look at OG Anunoby, one of the better defenders in the game. Fantastic 3-and-D guy. And at times, he can handle the rock a little bit, you know? And then you've got your prototypical 3, LeBron James, Larry Bird, Kevin Durant, like the best of the best of the best in these respects. You can't have enough. And the list goes on even in today's league. Dante, man, what do you think, man? We ain't had nothing from you, man. Go jump in, man. Yell at me.
I just was being patient. I'm gonna let Aaron go. I'm gonna let Aaron go, and I'm gonna go after Aaron. Go ahead, Aaron.
Go ahead, Aaron. What are your thoughts on having too many wings on the Rockets? Sir Aaron, if you would like to speak.
It's like y'all said. I don't think you can have enough wings. I mean, we do got a lot of good wings. We got Dylan Brooks. We got Tyree. We got a lot of good wings, and I'm grateful we did got that many wings.
I mean, you also got Jabari Smith Jr. too. You know, he's a guy that, you know, he plays 4, but still a wing technically. He's pretty good, and like, you know, we've got a depth of 2 and 2, right? If for some reason there's potential switch up or an injury, or if someone just isn't happy with their role, I don't see the issue with getting one more. Because at the end of the day, if someone's not happy, if we got to let them go, we got to let them go, right? Just as a Houston Rockets community, we just you know what I mean? You just got to cut ties, right? You got to let them go. Because we saw what happened when we kept Eric Gordon for too long. When Eric Gordon, we had him for way too long, that man was toast, bro.
Too long.
I saw him making those dumbass plays against the Kings. Yeah, bro. He would not make those plays normally. But he didn't care. We don't have room for people who don't care. You know, it's at the end of the day, like I always say, man, you got a job to do. If you ain't performing your job, you got to go. Obviously, there's expectations to the rule. There's things and plays that happen. I get it. But you need to meet a minimum. Otherwise, you got to go. And I'm saying this as a Jalen Green fan. I just hope you guys all say that. I understand that. Like, you got to do what's best for the team. It's a team game. It's not just one player, unless you're LeBron. That's it. So, yeah, Dante, man, do you think drafting Zach at 3 is the best play if he's available?
I'm gonna if he's available, we all think that Zach is the Rockets will not pass up on Zach. But I'm gonna go another route because I don't think he will be there. I don't think he'll be there when we pick. And I'm gonna go with Reed Shepherd because I believe that's the most logical fit for us. Because Aaron Holiday, I appreciate your services for being there for us when we needed you, man. Against the Knicks, when you dunked on the 2 guys versus the Knicks. I appreciate you the hot streak you went on earlier during the season as well. We're not gonna bring him back. It's become obvious we're not bringing him back. So Reed Shepherd may potentially can fit right in that mode of coming off the bench and probably getting some of those minutes early coming off the bench. But Sarr, if he's there, is obviously that the Rockets should get him. Is obviously, I mean, I think I just don't think he's going to end up there. I don't think Washington or the Hawks neither one of them will. I don't think one of them's got to take him, right? If we assume one of them has got to try to end up taking him, but I would take Reed Shepherd because I don't think Sarr is going to end up being that when we pick though. So I believe Reed Shepherd is the most logical fit because we do need a guard to come off the bench outside of Aaron Holiday. We already got our Fred VanVleet. We can get up out of his contract. If anything goes bad during that trade deadline, like TJ said, we can come off the contract and then that man Thompson can be put right in the role, put right in that starter's role right there. And then you got Reed Shepherd coming off the bench as well right behind him. So it's so many ways you can go with it. But if Sarr is there, if he is there somehow, Atlanta and Washington doesn't take him, I believe we're going to end up with him. But I'm gonna go Reed Shepherd because I don't think Sarr is going to be there, and I think that's the most logical fit for us.
For sure. Before we move on here, I went on to the NBA mock draft at thedraftroom.com just to kind of see what they were thinking, what they were feeling. And you'd be pretty interested. They have us taking Klingon at 3. They have us taking Klingon at 3. They've got Zach going 1 overall to the Hawks, which, again, I don't trust the Hawks. I think they're a doo-doo franchise, and they got lucky. They shouldn't have traded Trae Young. I love Trae Young. They just shouldn't have traded for Trae Young and should have kept Luka. I don't understand that. But and then Alex Sarr goes to the Wizards. Again, I don't trust the Wizards because they let KP walk for garbage and in that trade, and then you gave Kyle Kuzma a max contract. I'm not. I wish I was as high as them, like sometimes making these decisions in the room, because man, that must be some good shit. But they've got us taking Klingon at 3 right now, which is really interesting when you think about it. It just doesn't make sense for us to take Klingon at 3. We either want to trade down and get him if we can, like if that's, if we got to do that, okay. But otherwise, we should just trade Reed. They have Reed falling all the way to the Pistons. And Stephon Castle going 4 to the Spurs. So what are you guys' thoughts on that? Just I'm interested, Aaron. You can go and start us off. I'm very. Aaron, if you'd like to start us off, just what are your thoughts on Reed potentially falling lower than 3, going all the way to 4?
I mean, I don't got a problem with Reed Shepherd. I mean, he does fit what the Rockets need as far as shooting the ball and everything like that. But he's not like my favorite spot for the 3. Like I would like Zach, or I would like Stephon Castle, but like TJ said, he wants to be the starter, and we got Fred for 1 more year, so that wouldn't make it good. But to me, I think Zach would be a good pick at 3 if he falls there. I would like that. I would feel more comfortable. If not, then I'm trading back the pick maybe to like Memphis or like Marcus Smart or Luke Kennard or something like that.
Yeah, man. See, Luke Kennard, man. I'm glad someone else is on that train, man. I really like what Kennard brings to the table. Andy, man, come on. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, you looked pretty perplexed when they said that they got us. And this is updated, by the way, as early as yesterday. So this is up to date with whatever. And the mock draft, the draft room is usually pretty spot on. They're usually pretty good. So why in the world would we take Klingon at 3 over Reed, or in some people's cases, Stephon Castle? It is not for fit, because we're not. If we're drafting a center, he's playing on the bench no matter what. Like that's his whole goal. Is we're drafting a 7th man, at best. So what are your thoughts? Yeah, you muted, my boy. Yeah, you muted. Yeah.
Going with I'm sorry, guys. Going with Donovan Klingon, number 1, I think I'm getting old, y'all. Going with Donovan Klingon would be a horrible mistake. And it's something I just can't get behind. He's a guy I think he should be starting day 1. We already have our starter, but I think if we do draft Klingon number 1, I think we draft to trade. I don't see us keeping that pick if we do make that pick, and I think that will force someone to have to move up and say, okay, the Rockets just took our guy. We're going to have to make a move, right? Like maybe someone maybe like Portland,
Interesting. Portland, huh? Well, why do you say Portland?
Portland, because I don't think they're dead set on who they have at center right now. And realistically, I'm not either. I think
you talking about dominating. You talking about DeAndre Ayton. You don't think they're set on that goofball?
I don't think so. I'm
not a fan of DeAndre Ayton. I agree with him. I'm not a fan with DeAndre Ayton. I'm not a fan of him.
Oh man, why are we duking it on franchise, man? Continuing.
Well, I just think with Ayton, as far as with the Trailblazers, as far as the Trailblazers are concerned, right? I think Ayton just isn't that guy that we all thought he was going to be, right? We all thought he was going to be this dominant big man that was going to get at least 2 blocks a game. And this guy has shown to be an egotistical, injury-prone NBA player, right? He's someone that that could not stay on the court long enough. and he's someone that I don't think they have their full trust in. And I think that if they were to be able to get Klingon, that will cause a ripple effect of, hey, let's see if we can get off of him, because he would also, with Klingon, he will better fit the timeline with Scoot Henderson over there and Shannon Sharp. Shaylin Sharp. Shaden Sharp. Thank you.
Same thing. Whatever. And honestly, I like your thinking. They should just go trade the Spurs, bro. You go trade with the Spurs, get James Wiseman and maybe like one of those young guys over there that they don't really like, right? Give him Ayton. So you got your big contract guy over there. I think he's gonna pair well next to. Why are we helping other teams? Never mind, bro. Don't Pistons. You ain't watching this, bro. You don't watch this. But I agree with you. I do think that one, Portland is unfortunately not a terrible franchise, but their front office right now is not fantastic. They couldn't get Dame any help. They signed their boy over there to a max contract again. What's his name? Jeremy Grant. The Pistons. And they gave away a first pick for him for Dame to leave a season and a half later. Yeah. What they need to do is, they can go ahead and trade with us. They can give us something really nice. They got 7 and 14. I mean, Stephon Castle might be at 7. I'd take him at 7 if he's at 7. Because at a choice, if he doesn't go top 5 and he sees himself still on the board at 6, I think he's gonna be like, yo, hey, don't pass up on me, guy. I think he'll change his tune. I think if he doesn't go top 5, he's gonna be like, hey.
What do you guys think about? I don't know if you guys saw the rumor the other day, but I think Sam Vecini, someone came out and said that the Trailblazers should trade Anthony Simons pick 7 and 14 for pick 3, and I did a little poll on that, and it was actually 50-50.
Yeah.
If Portland is smoking on that dome and they said we're gonna give you all of this for pick 3, I am snatching that wig so fast. Immediately. I'm not even giving it a second thought. You said 7, 14, and Simons, so we're getting Kevin Porter Jr. light back on our team. Plus 7 and 14? Yeah, yep. Go ahead. Thanks.
We're giving Kevin Porter Jr. light, but without an ego. Without ego.
Without ego. Yeah.
Not or shoot the basketball, but I want to get back to Donovan Klingon part, and it's something interesting again that TJ said last weekend again. As well, TJ been hitting on these players, bro. And I remember watching this kid in the NCAA tournament. The kid, they almost took out Marquette. And I think you finna know who I'm finna talking about right here. It'll be interesting if the Rockets are not high, say if they're not high on Donovan Klingon, which is, like I say, I got no problem with his game. I just don't think he fit the Rockets because of Steven Adams and LP. Steven Adams will be the backup, will obviously kind of be the backup. And we not high on Reed Shepherd slips down. Cody Williams, if we trade down, will be a choice that I would another choice outside of Dalton Connect that I would like. A 3-and-D player, man. This guy has a similar game to Oklahoma City Thunder, Jalen Williams, that can shoot the basketball, play very good defense, and this is a kid that almost took out Marquette, a top seed in the NCAA tournament, and played well. So if we trade down, I will be heavily entertaining Cody Williams or Don Connect. That guy. TJ brought Cody Williams up, and I'm like, I looked at this kid in the NCAA tournament. He was something good, man. He can really play.
Okay. So, man, I don't want to get into these trade hypotheticals because that's for our next podcast. We'll talk about all the trade hypotheticals next one. So we try to stay at 3. It's too easy to say who we want to trade for right now, but it seems like he might be a pretty good candidate for what you're talking about. I mean, I didn't look too much into him, but some of the gameplay I seen, that's pretty spicy. So I like that. That's a good pick, D. That's a good pick. So overall, the draft room has us picking Klingon at 3. I just want, what are your immediate thoughts, right? So I talked with Andy a little bit kind of on that, but Dante, us picking Klingon at 3, tell me how much of a terrible decision that would be, please.
Well, I already said that he doesn't fit the roster, and I already said I didn't want him a part of the squad because of the center depth that we already got. He's not going to come up and immediately play as a number 3 overall pick like you would have Amen Thompson, who came in and was immediately ready to play. Like I said, that's why I went with more if Reed Shepherd, because he's going to be more of a guy that's going to play because of Aaron Holiday gone. Aaron Holiday is going to be gone, that's going to open up another spot for him, and that's going to open up some minutes for him. But again, I wouldn't be okay with Donovan Clingan coming to the Rockets because Steven Adams, and you got Alp is starting. Then when Alp goes out, you still got Steven Adams that's going to be starting. As well. So I think we okay with center. I think we okay at that center position. I would not be okay if we have Donovan Clingan. We get Donovan Clingan. It seems just going to seem like a waste of pick.
Yes. And plus we also have the jock strap, so don't worry about that. We're straight. You're 100% straight.
Yeah, but then we still got Jock Landale on the roster too, so yeah, it don't help his team.
The Landale zone for show. Aaron, man, what are your thoughts? So, how do you view Clingan? I mean, he's obviously not fit for our team, but if we draft him, what are your thoughts on
that? I like Clingan. I really do. But I agree with Dante. Now that I'm kind of thinking about it, it would be a waste of a third pick because you do have Şengün and Steven Adams and Logdale. I mean, unless he's like balling in the G League and then you're like trade Adams at the deadline for some extra pieces, some extra picks or something like that. But other than that, I don't see the Rockets drafting Clingan at 3 because I think that would be a waste of a pick.
Yeah. I'm glad we are all in agreement. This harmony over here. Houston community needs to take note on this is how you have a conversation. This is just beautiful.
I mean, just say if we do take Donovan Clingan, you have to have something going on if you're gonna take. If you know you're gonna take Donovan Clingan, you gotta have something going on. You gotta be open to a trade for something.
Some brewing. Some brewing ain't being said.
Something gotta happen. A trade should be coming soon if you're gonna take Donovan Clingan. That's why I would not be okay. But the only reason that will make logical sense if you have something in the works of trading Jock Landale or somehow Steven Adams is gone, which I don't think he will be gone, but Jock Landale, something's got to be in the work if you're gonna take him.
Facts. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I also agree with this comment. There's definitely sleepers in the second round, or even later on in the late first round that might slip to the second round just based on fit, right? So if that's what we're looking for. But that brings us to my next point. Pick 44, right? Second round. Do you guys, how do you feel? Are you feeling drafty at pick 44? Or are you looking to trade that?
Trade.
Interesting. So you wouldn't want anybody in the second round, just hypothetically, right? Because this, not saying he's going to fall to our pick in the second round, but the Nikola Topic guy tore his ACL. Right? That might lower his draft
the second pick for sure.
So hypothetically, if he falls to the second round, say he's there at pick 30, are you trading up to get him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, a guy he got ACL tear.
Yeah. That's your player that you have him sit out. I mean, of course he's going to be out for the year anyway. You draft and you dang near. I mean, that's dang near draft stash, right? It's dang near draft stash.
Facts. Aaron, tell me about Cam Christie. You seem like you know a little bit about Christie over there. If he's available in the second round, it seems like you'll like him, right, Aaron? So tell me, what do you like about this guy? You said he can shoot. Can you do anything else?
I was watching a little bit of the NBA draft, scrimmage wise, and that boy can shoot. And in the second round, I feel like there's a lot of shooters in that second round that Houston could snag at 44 if they do keep that pick.
Okay, I like it. That's very interesting. There is another option is draft a big man and put him in the G League, which yes, that would be the move. Almost no matter what, anyone we pick in the second round, or honestly, if we trade up and say we have a 14th pick, the 14th pick is probably also playing in the G League. If we're being honest, I mean, there's only 15 roster spots, right? At the end of the day, so they're probably playing in the G League. I mean, Cam Whitmore was balling out. I mean, 30 and 10 in the G League, and that got him 8 minutes a night to begin with in the league. And he's doing 30 and 10 in the G League. You know what I mean? 27, the crazy numbers in the G League. And he was doing all that just to play 8, 10, 12 minutes. And obviously he got more minutes as the season went on, and injuries broke right for him to really allow himself to have that breakout part. But the most important part is, there's going to have to be playing time. There's got to be time available. So I think if we get 2 picks, right? So kind of coming back to that Portland pick, right? If we get 7 and 14, whoever get at 7 is playing. Whoever get at 14 does not play unless there's an injury or people are sitting out. That's it. You know what I mean? Like they're in the G League the whole season unless something happens, or unless we swing a really interesting trade and 14 looks to be like the future. And, there's always that option too, but I don't think so. I got one more guy we're gonna talk about here coming from our boy Mo Beasley again. What do y'all think about Dylan Jones from Weber State? I wish I could tell you I knew who he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not know much. Aaron or Dante, do you know much about that boy?
I haven't heard much of Dylan Jones.
Phenomenal. There we go. That settles that conversation right there. I'm looking
around this time. I would typically have an evaluation for all the players in the draft. And this year was just different with my time being limited on a lot of different things. I haven't been able to really scout any players outside of who will be essentially considered lottery bound.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that's where I'm at. Some players I know of here and there that I may have seen, play, of course in college ball, but a lot of these guys, I'm sorry guys, that's projected second round I haven't seen.
Oh no,
same page. We're on the same area.
Yeah, for sure. So towards the end of the show here, like kind of we're getting to, I want to talk about our big board 5. I assume we've all got a couple guys at like at least 5 picks where we would be comfortable taking at 3 if we absolutely have to. Obviously, there's the easy ones. Our number 1 and 2, right? If Klingon goes first, whoever is second between, or whoever goes between Sar and Zach, we want the other one. Mm-hmm. No matter what. That's our top. So so our number 1 is Sar / Zach, right? I think on everyone's board, right? That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Number 2 on my board, I got Reed Shepard. Any agreements? Yeah. Okay. Number 2. So if available, right, the 3, who would be able to pick? Most likely Reed Shepard. I do like that. Now, based on some of our show last time and what we were able to talk about, it really opened my eyes to this kid, Dalton Connect, man. I would like him if somehow, some way, Reed Shepard's gone.
That's my guy.
Star and Zach are all gone. I'm like, man, I gotta have somebody. Bro, don't connect, man. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's 212, 6'9", or 6'6". He's got a wingspan of 6'9", 6'10". He's getting comparisons to Brent Berry, Klay Thompson. I mean, hey, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. That totally makes sense to me. He seems fantastic. I'd like to see what he could bring to the table. So those are my top 3. I'll say my last 2. I'll go last. Dante, do you have any other guys? What's your big 5?
All right. So obviously we got Zach. We have I have Reed Shepard. I've been talking about Dalton Connect. We saying if they at 3 or just general who.
At 3. So at pick 3, say if those guys are gone, then
Okay. So I would say Rob Dillingham. I would say him from Kentucky.
Oh, Rob Dillingham.
Kentucky. And obviously we just never know. I'm gonna just gonna throw Klingon in now because you just never know. But even though I don't want Klingon on this team, but I just think you gotta consider him because he's in the top 3. I just only consider him because he's been talked about in the top 3. So those are my 5. And Rob Dillingham, man, another guy that can handle the ball, that can also score the ball and shoot it at a good rate. That'll be another guard you can consider that can come off the bench and play right away and help and actually contribute on this team.
Okay, Aaron, what about you, man? What are your top 5? That's also a good top 5, Dante. I'm sorry, yeah, fantastic top 5. I agree with you. Like those seem to be pretty good. But I think my 4 and 5 might surprise some people. So, Aaron, what do you got?
My top 5. It's got to be Zach. Zach's got to be number one. If he can fall to three, Alex Sarr, Reed Shepard, Rob Dillingham. I don't know for my fifth. It would probably be Stephon Castle if they think about it.
Stephon Castle. That's good, man. That's good. I mean, he could be, man. That's the thing. Like, he really could be. So that's pretty interesting. I like that. That's a good list. That's a good list. Andy, man, you look you're stroking your beard over there pretty interestingly. I'm kind of interested. What are your thoughts, man? What's your big five, man? Come on.
Well, number one, my thoughts, Coach Dante, we think the same, bro. My list is like on par with yours. So let me make it interesting. I'll add like 2 to 3 more names to that list,
cool.
right? So number one, I'm gonna say Stephon Castle, right? Like even though with the situation that's going on with the Van Vliet situation, if he's there and you're out of options, let's just say they're out of options, right? Your options are gone. I think he's a safe pick, right? He's really that good. He could be much better, especially if he gets a consistent jump shot, right?
Yep.
So I'll add Castle to that list. Another player that I really do like, this is my second, I'll add one more to that. My second player that I would pick at 3 is Matas Buzuelis. I think Matas Buzuelis is a pretty solid player, man. And there were reports stating that it's expected for him to go higher than Ron Holland. So I don't think this kid's gonna go outside of the top 5, right? I think he's gonna be bona fide at least top 6. One more player that I think we should all take a look at is Tijuan Salon, the Saloon.
Say that again for me, but
that kid can ball. I don't need to say anymore. That kid can ball. That's all I'm going to say. If you guys have not seen him, you need to check him out. The kid is a beast.
Something about these French guys, huh?
It's something about these French guys in this draft class. I think these French guys are going to show up and show out.
Respectfully, man. You know, a lot of these guys grew up on the old tape of Tony Parker and all them, man. It's really interesting to kind of see. And like a lot of these people that I'm looking at seem to want to go to the Spurs for some reason, man. Stay away from Wemby. All right, come to Houston. I promise it's better over here. All right, they got the clubs over there, man. I don't live in Houston per se, but we got clubs over there, man. We got a lot of things over there, man. Come check it out. That's a good list. That Mattis guy, I like him. I really do, man. I don't know what it is. I think he's really got that potential. The only thing that's an issue is, again, he's playing for the G League Ignite, right? And that got disbanded because it wasn't working. It wasn't working out like they thought it was. They were losing money. Not only that, he's 6'10", and he weighs 200, so he's got a really thin frame at 6'10". But his wingspan does not exceed 6'10". So he's 6'10", plays like 6'10". Right. That's my one issue with him is he's 6'10", plays like he's 6'10", right? No longer, no shorter, I guess. He's not no Desmond Bain with little T-Rex arms, but like they still like they not, you know what I mean? Like they not, like I need them to be wide,
Right.
So my fourth guy I've been really, really, really looking at is actually a guy you mentioned earlier. That guy, Ron Holland, man. Again, another guy from G League Ignite,
That's
he was a guy that was kind of looking at like, they're like, hey, he might not even go that high. He might not even, hey, again, the third pick for us is an experiment. It doesn't have to be anything at all. It's all experimental because we have our core 6. These are the guys we want with us for a championship. This next guy, it's not going to be a core 7 necessarily, unless if he plays well enough to enter the core 7, perfect. Perfect. That's great. That's not the expectation. Expectations for him just to be able to play as a placeholder, almost. Like, what do we want to do with this currency, right? Because picks are currency in the league. So what do we want to do with this? Do we try to spend it and pick it? Or are we trying to spend it and get us a player, right? Do we want someone to come in and immediately win? Or are we like, hey, can we sculpt this guy? Can we mold this guy into something else? That's the question. And I mean, he's 6'7" with a wingspan of 6'10 and a half. So we were just talking about the other guy, right? He's 6'10", plays like he's 6'10". This guy's 6'7", plays like he's 6'10 and a half. That's what I like to see. Not only that, he's the same weight. He's 196, which is really nice to see. He's got drop comparisons to Jalen Brown and Michael Porter Jr. MKG. RJ Barrett. Man, I mean, hey, those RJ Barrett. But hey, 6'7" with a wingspan of almost 6'11". That's what I'm looking at. Is the wingspan. And he's not a terrible ball handler, right? He'd be able to come in that second unit with the Men Thompson. The only thing is if the 3-point is real, right? Is that something that's going to carry over? If his 3-point carries over, he's got a place on this team. Everywhere Houston goes, you got a place on this team. What? That's what I want up for. Now, my last guy, right? Obviously, we're all saying clean. So I'm gonna be different. All right, I'm gonna be edgy. I'm gonna go with Zach Edey. He's got the comparisons to like Boban, just a big body that's 7'5" with a wingspan of 7'11". Just want to put that out there. I don't know if you guys heard me. 7'11". He would just go out there and be our bruiser. Hey, yo, Şengün, come sit down. I need you to play like JaVale McGee. Go out there, Zach. Go out there. Go ahead, get your 5 fouls. Go and get out. That's all. That's all I ask him to do. Go set the screen really hard. Go ahead. Yep. I need you to learn from Steven Adams. That's all you're gonna do. Go stand in that corner. Go stand over there. That's it. That'd be his role. I do not care if this boy can play or not. I just need you to be able to get your fouls, get you some rebounds. I need you to be able to swim and get you some rebounds. I need you 10 rebounds.
Knock somebody down while you setting the screen, like Steven Adams.
Yep. I need that Steven Adams when he played for OKC. That's what I need. I need that. That brick body. Paulus. I need someone that's gonna be able to go out there, set that hard pick, and getting it out. Go ahead, roll really hard because y'all saw when Russ had Steven Adams, bro. Them boys was getting crunched, man. I would just watch Pat Bev just get fucking folded like a lawn chair, bro. And then Russ just zooms by, and now it's like, okay, am I guarding Russ to get dunked on, or is he gonna throw the line? Like, what do I do? It just opens up the floor literally entirely. Go ahead, Zach. Get your minutes. Do your thing. Slide in. Get your 5-10 minutes. I don't even care. And it's not even he's got to have like skill. He doesn't got to be finesseful at all. You got a wingspan of 7'11". Who's blocking that? Unless you jump in high as hell. Unless you out here jumping like what's his name when he blocked Yao Ming.
Nate Robinson.
Man. Unless you jumping up 5 feet in the air, like I'm not even worried about it. Bro could stand.
For someone to dunk on him, it's gonna take an Anthony Edwards-like person to get it, try to dunk on him.
Unless Şengün could probably do it too. Put him in the basket, like he did Wemby. He put his ass under the basket, But other than that, there's like 2 people that can dunk on him. You got to be uber athletic, and there's like 8 people ever that dunked on Boban, right? Hashtag shout out KJ Martin.
Yeah,
is our boy. But yeah, man, I think Zach Edey. I'm going edgy, going with Edey. I think that'd be pretty good. Trying to be different, and I think he'd be really interesting. Again, he doesn't have to be good. He's got to go out there and hold the ball, not get a turnover. Easy. Boom. You just hold that thing way up there, man. Who's touching that? Nobody. If AD couldn't get the ball from Boban, yeah, I'm not even worried. I'm not worried, man. I'm not worried at all, man. I'm not worried at all. I think that's going to end our big 5, right? So now before we end it off officially, I want to know, in a what-if scenario, right? If you are the GM spot, what are you doing with the 3rd pick? I want to start with Dante, and we'll just go around. But Dante, man, if you're sitting at Houston Rockets office, right? It's draft day. You have the 3rd pick. Right before the draft, what are you doing? Are you gonna stay pat? Are you gonna draft? Are you trading down? Are you trading up? What's your move, man?
It depends on whatever out there. First of all, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a phone call. I'm gonna try to make a phone call to Atlanta, and I'm gonna try to go get our boy DeAndre Hunter. I'm gonna see what's it gonna take for DeAndre Hunter to be a Houston Rocket. Gonna be a Houston Rocket without trying to trade the number 3 overall pick. So if I can not trade the over 3 over, now I'm gonna just say they don't want it from the number 3 overall pick, and I'm gonna I trade DeAndre Hunter for Jayshawn Tate, Jock Landale, and probably the second round. Let the second round pick go that we got. We get DeAndre Hunter. Then I keep the 3rd pick. You know what I'm gonna do with that? Then I'm gonna go draft Reed Shepard. I'm gonna take Reed Shepard. I'm gonna expect Sar to be picked by one of the Wizards or the Atlanta Hawks. That's what I'm doing. But if the other scenario, if I can't get a deal with them, I would just draft that number 3 because I know Mikal Bridges. They don't want to trade Mikal Bridges, so I'm gonna just draft that number 3. And my option is just gonna be Reed Shepard, just because he's not gonna. Because like I say, Zach is not gonna be there. Sar is not gonna be on the board, so I'm gonna just go with Reed Shepard. Now, if I can trade down, I'm gonna trade down, and I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Cody Williams. I'm gonna trade down and go with Cody Williams. I'm gonna take 3 and D Cody Williams from Colorado. Those are my 3 scenarios. What I'm gonna do, but my first option, I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna call up Atlanta and try to get DeAndre Hunter up on this team without giving up the number 3 overall pick, and then I keep the number 3 overall pick and just get Reed Shepard, drive Reed Shepard with the pick.
I like that, man. That's absolutely cool.
And then you're gonna have to feature Dylan Brooks in that deal, which is I am gonna feature Dylan Brooks too, because DeAndre Hunter is a starter. He's a starter. He's a starting caliber. You're getting a better player. You get an efficient shooter, 37% 3-point shooter, and you getting Reed Shepard. Knowing Aaron Holiday is going to be gone, he can play right away. He can fill in right away. So you getting 2 guys that's going to play.
And it opens up roster spots for people I don't know, more minutes for Cam and Tari, or if we want to go get somebody. I like that. See, that's what Houston, make some calls, buddy. We got GM Dante right here. Yeah. Change his title from Coach Dante to GM Dante. All right, he's right here. I like that though. That's pretty good. Andy, what's good, man? You at pick 3. You the Ruckus GM, man. What are you doing?
What am I doing? Number 1, I'm gonna tell you. You don't have me go before Coach Dante. It's messed up, man. He took my plan. Everything to the T. I had it all set. I was ready. I was finna hit the beer stroke. And when you said Coach Dante, I said, oh, man, I ain't gonna even be able to say it. Because he gonna say it. He gonna say everything verbatim. So I'm gonna run a different scenario by you, right? So I have 2 different scenarios. We can keep it simple, right? Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Just go ahead, number 3, and take your guy Reed Shepard, right?
Yep.
Or let's run the scenario with the Trailblazers, right? Let's say we don't get Simon, but we do get to get pick 7 and 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can make the best of both worlds with both of those picks, right?
Yep.
Pick 7 might be a reach. You could take Ron Holland there or Cody Williams, depending on who's there, right? 14, guess who's there? Guess who's likely there based off of the mock draft that I see from NBA Draft Room. We could take Khalil Ware at pick 14.
Okay.
And then from there, you make your phone calls, right? You see what you can get for Jock Landale, Jay Sean Tate, all these guys that you know are probably not going to be here past next season. You make those calls. You at least try to get a future pick, whether it's a first or second, just as long as you can get their contracts off the books. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, these 2 guys right here, they don't have to play from day 1. Yep. Put them in the G League. Let them play out. Let Steven Adams play out his contract here because I think he's on a 1-year deal next season, right? Let him play out that contract. Let Khalil Ware develop in the G League as well as Ron Holland. Those guys are going to be good to go the following season. And you go from there.
Yes. I like that. That's big brain move. Big brain moves from both our guys. Yep. All right, we got our number 3 GM here. Ding, ding, ding. Aaron, you're in the GM spot. It's draft day.
He ready. He got it.
he got it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I got
Paul George me.
Let's see. If I'm with the 3rd pick, I'm trying to trade down first. See if I can maybe get that deal from Memphis, bring in Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard. That would be nice. I would love 7 and 14 too. Take Zach and Cody Williams. That would be solid. Or try to trade with Atlanta, get a DeAndre Hunter. But if none of that happens and I'm stuck at 3, I'm going to take Zach. If he can fall down there.
All right. I like it, man. I like it. Everyone's got their own thing. All right, now hitting that Paul George meme. Ooh, I got something for you guys. I'm trading up in the draft. I'm trading up. I'm giving away Dylan Brooks and whatever else I got to give away and pick 3 so I can get the number 1 pick for Alex Sarr. I think he is going to be absolutely phenomenal. 1, I don't trust the Hawks franchise to play him out correctly. You're already seeing how they're trying to treat Trae Young, talking about maybe we should trade him to the Spurs. No. No. You need to teach that boy some defense and get him off those ice skates is what you need to do. All right. You already seen what it's looking like with Luka in the finals. That boy is a traffic cone. Y'all thought Nikola Jokic was a traffic cone? Meet Luka Doncic. All right. Respectfully. All right. To prevent that, get Trae Young just to learn how to play semi-good defense and learn how to rotate. Trae Young is an all-star every single season he plays. That's literally it. That's it. You got DeJounte Murray down there. You got a good team. Y'all should have made the playoffs. No excuses, except that Trae Young got hurt. That's it. Y'all should have been a 44-win team, minimum. How did we get more wins than you? And our highest-paid player is Fred VanVleet.
And we in a tougher conference. We in a way tougher conference.
and we won more games. Yeah.
They wouldn't have won no 40-some games in the West. They wouldn't have won no 40-some games in the West.
Nah, bro, they looking like I'm not gonna bully them, but they're not gonna look like a good team. They're not gonna look like a good team over here. All right, so I'm trading up for Alex Sarr. No matter what. You tell me the Spurs are gonna offer you Trey Jones and Kellen Johnson. That's what you want? How about this? You can have pick 3 so you can get your boy Clingan. You can have Jock Landale, Dylan Brooks, and Tate. We'll take Capella off your hands too. How about that? We'll take Capella one. And y'all can have Dylan Brooks. You have Jock Landale. You can have Tate. And you can have our second round pick too. You can have 44 with that too. Just a nice little bit on the top.
Hunter. With Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if they want to give us one and Hunter, yeah, bro. Yeah, I can't say that on the stream, but I would do some crazy things. If we get one, I would do some crazy things if we get one. But likely, we're gonna have to pay a little bit higher price anyway to get number 1 because the Spurs are saying, "Yo, hey, we want to get Zach. We want to get." Look, man, you can go ahead and deal with Washington. All right, you already see what they do. You already see that they're giving away pieces. They're giving away Chris Paul for Jordan Poole. You already see what they're doing. All right. Go ahead. I'll make the call. Don't even worry about it. I'll talk to the Hawks myself. Baldy, hey, put me in, coach. I'm here. But yeah, I'm trading up. That is my. If I'm in the driver's seat, I'm trading up for Alex Sarr. I like him. If he can be Evan Mobley with a jump shot, yeah, I'm sold. I'm done. And if he can stay thin, he can start at 3. That means our starting lineup is 7 foot at 3. Essentially 7 foot at 4, and then 6'11" at 5. Yeah, yep. Get through that, and you got a Men Thompson and Cam Whitmore there. Yeah, defend that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Come to the paint. Go ahead. Yeah, not worried about it. That's my plan. Now, I think we all had our own great plans. I just had the one, so I'm glad that nobody said anything. Because I see Dante and Andy, bro, they got like the same mind over there, man. They got the same. They got a lot of the same comments going on. I like it. Aaron, I loved yours though too. That was absolutely fantastic. Guys, before we go, do you have any other thoughts about the Houston Rockets, about the draft? I mean, anything before we go?
For me, I wouldn't be surprised if Houston tried to trade out of the draft.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think that would be an option for them as well.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like personally, they may feel like they're already kind of set, and adding anything extra would cause
turmoil.
Yeah. So, to me, the next year's draft is going to be a lot more stronger. And if we do happen to have pick,
you talking about Cooper Flag? You talking about
Ace Bailey? Ace Bailey, them boys, yeah, that draft is gonna be loaded with talent. Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't surprise me if they do try to trade out of the draft. But I do think they make the pick if it's there at 3, or they try to trade down, trade up. Sure. I just think whatever the case is, you do not let the Spurs go off easy. Nope. You do not let Atlanta trade down to 4. You let it be known, whether it's Houston or even Washington, hey, if you trade down, I'm taking Clingan. So they either stay there or they trade with you. That's my thing. That's the strategy that I go in.
And if it is all smoke and they draft there, another potential that we talked about is, man, we could just go trade with the Grizzlies, bro. Bring in Marcus Smart, a depoy,
right? Yeah.
Bring him off the bench. I mean, hey, I know he's not like a fan favorite, but like you talking about, you're gonna have a lineup of Fred VanVleet, Marcus Smart, Dylan Brooks, Tari Eason, and shit. Steven yeah, bro. Score on that. Go ahead. Let me know when you score. You got to be 8 foot tall in order. The only person that can score is Wimby, maybe Wimby and Steph Curry and Dame from the logo. That's it. You come towards within 30 feet of the basket. Yeah, bro. Good luck. That is Clamp City. I didn't even mention Amen Thompson. Yeah, bro. Good luck. Clamp City. Good luck. There's a lot of options that Houston can do. I'm all for trading. I'm all for whatever they want to do. Look, what I've seen from our core six, right? Especially Şengün, whatever they want to do for 3, I'm with it. Unless it involves letting a team get the better of us. Because I just watched the Spurs last year pick Wemby. And then the year before that, the Magic pick Poncheros. All right. I am not about to let them do that to us again this year. Right? If we can get the number 1 pick, and if we got to trade a little bit extra to get the number 1 pick, okay. Like again, like you tell me you'd rather have Dylan Brooks than Alex Sarr in 5 years. You know what I mean? Is that what we're saying? You're telling me you'd rather have Dylan Brooks than DeAndre Hunter in the next 5 years? Like, is that what we're saying? DeAndre Hunter's gonna be a lot cheaper.
That's true.
Come on. Let's be real. What's the best for the team? That's what we got to act on.
The last thing I would want if the Spurs to, one up us, and we just can't let that happen. But look at us, we got a lot of scenarios on the table, man. I think we looking pretty good, man. I think, like I said, I can trust in Ime Udoka because he has a big part of what he wants to do and who he wants on his team, and that's a part of getting a great head coach. That has great power, that has discipline of his team, but also make some very good decisions on how he wants to roster. So I really do trust Ime Udoka that he's gonna pick what's in the best interest of the team. But again, we cannot let the Spurs just like one up. That I don't care who else try to does it. I just don't want the rivals to do it to one up us. But it's a lot of scenarios that we all of us four talked about that can very much happen. Like if you can't trade for nobody, you either draft at 3, or if you're not feeling who you want, if you're not feeling nobody at 3, you either trade down and you just draft who you feel like that's going to help this team, that's going to help the best interests of this team. And you still got some players that you can come on and make an impact of this team. You still got some players out there. So I think we're going to be in a good spot. We're in a good situation.
The show, man. That's absolutely beautiful. You right, man. You right. So real quick before we go, just a couple comment answers we want to do. So is Connect the next Korver?
I think he's a better Kyle Korver, though.
Yeah, he is a better Kyle Korver.
I like that. It's a pretty good comparison. And then this post earlier, how close do you think Ware is to Sarr as a prospect? Okay, so if we talking like on a scale of 1 to 10, all right. So if Ware is like a 4, Sarr is a 12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's no disrespect at all to Ware. I like what Ware can do. I think in his own thing, he's going to be like the next Jared Allen, right? Just another bruiser, a really good defensive big man, right? Except maybe the lights won't be too bright over there for the Cavs. I don't know about that. But Alex Sarr, bro, man, if you haven't seen this kid play, bro, go watch any draft profile on him. Like if he can be a respectable 3-point shooter, we're talking like 34%. Yeah, if we gonna be real, if he's real, the big 3 for Houston is probably gonna be Şengün, Sarr, and Jalen. Like that's this guy for him. I think he's got potential to be better than even Cam Whitmore. Me personally. I do like Cam Whitmore. I do think he can be fantastic. That's no disrespect to Cam Whitmore. I don't want to trade Cam Whitmore either. Calm down, everybody, breathe. But Sarr's got that. You guys watch a player.
I think drafting Sarr will probably put you in a position where you may have to trade one. I don't want to say his name, but maybe trade one of them that's in that starting 5.
You talking about Dylan Brooks, right? That's what we're talking about. The starting 5, Dylan Brooks, right? That's what we're talking about. That's what he's talking about. Yeah. Hashtag piss people off. Am I right? Oh man, yeah. He said, yeah. But yeah, guys, it's good to have you guys on. It's absolutely fantastic. Be sure to check out their Clutch City Connect podcast. Starting with Aaron, man. If I want to plug you in, man, where can I find you, bro? Where
You
you
can
at?
find us on IG. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter at Clutch City Connect, and follow both our IGs, me and TJ. And before I go, say my last piece. Atlanta, you better not trade that pick to the Spurs, or I'm gonna have to beat up this train too. I'm gonna have to beat up this train part two. So don't do it.
Yeah, bro. If I see the Woj bomb that says Atlanta has traded with the Spurs, I'm flying out to Atlanta myself. I'm taking me, the baby, King Vaughn. We all going, bro. We going 10-man deep, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Andy, bro, man, where can I find you, bro? I just been searching for your account. I just can't find you. Where you at?
Man, you can excuse me. You can follow me on Twitter X at TJ Anderson NBA. You can find me on Instagram at Andy Ty BOI. And yeah, man, that's where you can find me, especially on Twitter X. I'm posting dang near every day. Always trying to look for hot takes. Always looking for Rockets news. Not arguing with RC Rockets culture, right? So, so I'm doing it big on there, man. You can find me on those social media platforms, and you can always hit me up. Let's talk some Rockets ball, baby.
Facts, man. Facts, man. It's good to have you on. Dante, my brother, you got a YouTube channel, you got Instagram, you got everything, bro. Where can I find you, man?
Man, y'all can find me on my Instagram at Coach Dante 5. I did change my name to Coach Dante 5. I put out a podcast where we talk about a lot of stuff on there. So y'all can find me on X where I chop it up with people as well. Me, TJ, and all of us, we have good conversations on X, and many other people will come in on the comment section. It's fun doing that. Find me on my YouTube at Coach Dante as well, man. Y'all just, and find me here on the Htownrundown, man. Y'all can find me pretty much everywhere, man. So like I say, man, we always good to meet new Rockets fans. Like I say, it's fun to be a part of a winning culture. Except for the last goddamn 3 years we had to come up here and we look like an AAU basketball team out there, not knowing what we doing, the same stuff. We gotta listen to watch Steven Silas do all this and smiling and all that. I'm glad we done with that scenario. I know I don't want to bring it up, but I just had to put that out there because that what we were looking at for the last 3 years before this year. That what we was looking at. A AAU basketball team, a young team that looked like actually a young team, and us being just a little baby brothers of the NBA. Now I'm glad we just back to winning basketball, man. So it just feels good to be back to Rocket basketball and winning basketball.
All I can say is we are no longer the kings of the West. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, man, look, man, they made a huge trade, bro, and now anyway, bro. Houston, baby, we here for, man. You see James Harden, you see Jalen Green, you see Şengün back there, man. You see the championship back there, man. Thank you guys for watching the Htownrundown, man. You can follow me at drip2ps_GAWD on Instagram as well as the X app, man. Be sure to check us all out, man. Be sure to check out the channel, the Htownrundown on our YouTube channel. Hopefully you're watching there, man, because I need y'all to go subscribe, man. And then you can also follow it on the Instagram as well as our X account. Now, guys, we talked about a lot of things, right? What we want to do. If you guys agree, disagree, or if you have your own thing, what would you do with the third pick? All right, I'm very interested. Let us know in the comments below on the YouTube channel. And if you do, you're entering to win this Tari Eason Spider-Man inspired bobblehead. Yeah. So if you guys are interested, man, and you want that thing, man, I need y'all to go comment down on the channel. All right. We also just
comment on it.
Yeah, man. We also just reached over 500 subscribers on the Htownrundown channel, man. We have 511 right now. Yeah, baby. So be sure, man, share us around, man. Subscribe. I mean, I see 260 of you right now watching. How many of you are subscribed? Go subscribe. Subscribers, man, y'all awesome, man. Comment down below the channel. If you have anything for us, we always love to hear feedback. If you don't like the channel, man, let me know. I'm interested. Why don't you like the channel? If you love us, I love to hear all the good news. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is it. We off, man. Thank you guys for watching today.